To find your hybrid or online class at Columbia Gorge Community College, you can go to www.cgcc.edu. And then under Get Started, you want to go to the Moodle login. Moodle is the name of the learning management system where you can find all of your online classes. Another important place to look on the college website is under Academics. If you go under Academics, there's a menu for online and hybrid classes. And under this menu, there is some information about what is an online class, which is 100% internet-based, and hybrid classes, which are online classes with some classroom sessions. And also, there is a link for the student orientation. Now, this is a student orientation just for online and hybrid classes, and if you read through that, it will tell you how to succeed in the first week of term, throughout the term, information about how to communicate effectively, and information about technology requirements. If you have any questions, you can either contact your instructor or you can contact the Student Help Desk. The Student Help Desk is available Monday through Friday by email, by phone, and the help desk person's name is Ron Watrous, who has a lot of experience supporting online students at Columbia Gorge Community College. Now that you know how to find your online class and how to get help, it's also important to remember that you must sign in to your class on the first day of the term and show some activity by Thursday. Let's take a look at what an online class looks like. So the first thing I'm going to do when I get onto my online class is look for orientation materials. Here's an example. By clicking on the Start Here, we're going to be able to read through some great information about the course, ways to be successful in this course that you want to read through. Another important document, of course, is the syllabus. For example, when I look at this syllabus, I can see the description and how to contact the instructor. Also, it will have a lot of information about grading, and here is an example of how this instructor grades your class. And here's an example of a rubric that tells you how exactly you can get full credit for all of your work. So make sure you read the syllabus and look into any of the orientations that your instructor has provided for you. Let's look at the Moodle homepage again. When you look on the side here, we have what are called blocks, and you can hide this block, and if it's taking up too much real estate, you can also dock the block. So you can dock this news, and it's going to sort of fly over to the other side of the course over here. Online classes are not self-paced. There are things due every week, and so you need to scroll down through the weeks to find out exactly what your instructor expects you to participate in. So here's another course. It looks very similar to the last class we looked at. And if you choose the navigation block, you can go down and look at the list of participants in this block. And this is a good way to contact people. So if I want to contact Fakey Paula, here's a way to do that. I can send a message to her this way. Okay. So that's a good tool to know about. And if I look back on the home page again for this course, you'll notice there's always like a breadcrumb trail of how to navigate around in Moodle. So you can always go back to the course. This is the course homepage. And again, there are blocks here to look at. If you want to look at your grades, you can go to the administration block and look at grades, see how well you're doing in your class. An important part about participating in online class is our forums. So you might have a discussion with your class on a forum, and many forums are required in online classes, so that might be a required aspect of your class. One thing that's important to note is that your teacher can actually see all of your activity reports. So, for example, your instructor can see exactly how many times you've looked at a page, how many forums you've responded to. So be careful about completing everything because if you miss something, that will show up on your teacher's report. And again, be sure to contact Student Help Desk or your instructor if you have any questions.